Let's go, champ. What's good with the YouTube fight fans all over the world? It's your boy, the realest of the real. Yes, sir, I said it. Real talk boxing. It is a privilege and honor and a major blessing to be back with you beautiful people yet again. I just want to start by saying Merry Christmas to all. Hope you guys are having a blessed day. My Christmas is going great, spectacular, because I'm alive and well. Kind of jammed my thumb a little bit after the exhibition fight yesterday. I just want to thank everybody for their support and understanding, you know, my retirement of competitive boxing, and for all your support. I thank you. It's been an amazing journey, but now it's just time to focus on my family, my channel, Crossover Sparring Camp brand, and the next Crossover Sparring Camp event, which I think is going to be in May, maybe a little bit sooner, but we have something big coming in May, hopefully, Lord willing. And I just want to say one thing to certain people out there who didn't necessarily agree with the fight yesterday. And I'm going to make this short and sweet. First off, the fight between me and AJ was not my idea. This fight was brought to my attention well before I fought his brother Trey. Trey informed me that he said, hey, man, my little brother would like to fight you after me and you are done. And I'm like, man, chill. I don't know how I'm going to feel after I fight you. So, you know, we'll see. Fared pretty well against Trey and felt good. So, you know, we talked about it. And at first, AJ, you know, was talking a little noise. He's talking a little trash, you know what I'm saying? It was before I actually knew him, you know what I'm saying? Like, know him. And so, you know, it's like, okay, you know, you saying you're going to do this and that. Let's put a little wager on it. I'll throw in 300, you throw in 300. When it takes off, $600. He was like, I'm with it. Then him and his brother came down one day. I met AJ, talked to him, and it turns out he's a very, very nice, respectful young man. And the trash talking was just to get people to look, to open their eyes to it. And I understood that. So, you know, I was like, well, man, since you're not talking all this trash, I sit back and I thought about it. And I contacted him one day. I was like, man, I don't feel right fighting you for money. It's just not right. You know, I thought you was just this trash talking kid who was, you know, a little arrogant. And, but seeing that you're a nice dude, man, I'm not going to do that to you. And he was like, boss, we can do it if you want. I'm like, nah, we're not going to do that, man. I can't do that. And us getting paid for fighting would put us somewhat in a professional bout. And we can't have that. We're just sparring here. We're just doing exhibitions. And so after that, you know, talking to him more, getting to know him more, getting closer with Trey and his family. And I think the day that I actually seen him work on a heavy bag, I started having feelings and thoughts. And I contacted him again and I said, listen, I don't think it's a good idea for us to fight, man. I mean, I think we should find somebody, you know, somewhere, you know, on the lines of your experience, someone not as experienced as I am, someone on your level, bro. I don't feel comfortable doing it, man. So let's find somebody else for you. And he said, no, boss, I want to fight you. He said, I feel like I stand a better chance against you than my brother. So I want to do this, man. Like, respect me and my wishes and fight me. So that's why the fight went down. And I told him, listen, if we're going to do this, you're a grown man. When I get in there, I respect you and I love you. You're my little brother, but we fighting. And that's what happened. So that's for the people out there who's saying, all you doing is beating up people with no experience, this, that, and the third. You got to know the story before you go to run your mouth. I'm just saying. He wanted it. I tried to get out of it. He didn't want to get out of it. So it is what it is. So now, let's talk about Conor Benn and his possible 3 opponents for his next fight in, I don't know, sometime in April maybe, March or April. The first opponent is Adrian Broner, which I think would be a good fight. I really do. It's a fight that I think Conor Benn would win. But as we all know, Adrian Broner thinks he's worth way more than what people are willing to pay him. So if Eddie Hearn don't come with 10 mil or more, Broner's not going to fight. Plus, Broner's talking about he needs a tune-up fight before fighting Conor Benn. Nobody's going to wait on you, Broner. You don't have a belt, and you have a handful of losses here lately. So nobody's going to wait on you. I don't see that fight likely happening, but it would be the best, I think, for Conor, because the build up to the fight will get people interested because of Broner's mouth and because how hot-headed Conor can be at sometimes. But listen, Conor Benn, I have a lot of high hopes for. I think he's the next big thing in the welterweight division. He's someone that we should not sleep on, and I see him coming up soon, real soon. His last fight against Algieri was a great performance. Nice one-punch knockout. Algieri is a former world champion. I don't know how long it had been since he fought before Conor, but, he got murked. But the build-up to that fight wasn't much because, you know what I'm saying, Algieri's not a trash talker. You know what I'm saying? He's not a disrespectful dude, and he's just not one to talk trash. So it was kind of lackluster to build up. So that's why they need Adrian Broner. But I do see Conor Benn running straight through and possibly stopping Adrian Broner. And he's never been stopped before. The next on the list is Robert the Ghost Guerrero, which is another good fight. Another American fighter that Conor Benn needs. He needs national notoriety, man. He needs people over here in the U.S. to know who he is. And I believe that Broner and Guerrero are big enough names for him to do so. Now, Guerrero is not a trash talker himself. He's a God-fearing man. He does all his talking in the ring, and man, does he talk in that ring. He's very aggressive. Not much finesse. He just breaks you down, gets in your chest, and doesn't stop punching. I think that'll be a very, very much tougher fight than Broner and Guerrero. But I think Conor Benn can pull that fight off also. And the last opponent, which is highly unlikely, Eddie Hearn wants Sean Porter. Sean Porter's retired. Sean Porter stated, I'm not going to be a gatekeeper. He's not coming back. I just don't see him coming back unless it's just stupid money, which he will not be able to get against Conor Benn. So Broner's going to overprice himself, I believe. Porter's not coming back. So that leaves us with Guerrero, who's not much of a talker. So the build-up to the fight may not be as grand as it would be against Adrian Broner. But Guerrero does have a father who talks major trash, who is very entertaining, and who I think will add to the build-up to the fight. Out of these three fighters, I definitely seen it being Robert the Ghost Guerrero, and I would definitely watch that fight. You know what I'm saying? I would actually pay to watch that fight. I see Conor Benn coming out on top, either a late round stoppage or a unanimous decision. But he better not come in half-stepping against the older journeyman, Robert the Ghost Guerrero, because he is no joke, people. He is no joke. So Conor Benn, I'm ready for you to get that national notoriety, for all of us to know who you are over here in the States, over here in the U.S. And I'm looking forward to seeing you climb the ladder, brother, because I think you just definitely may have what it takes to do so. Comment down below. Let me. I was almost done. I was almost done. And I messed up, but I'm going to keep it in, man, because we ain't perfect. Comment down below. Let your boy Real Talk know about what you think about Conor Benn and his 3 potential opponents. Well, I would say 2. Porter's not fighting him. Just let me know what you think. As always, respect all, fear none, God bless. Till next time, Real Talk Boxing. I'm up and I'm out of here, baby. Click, click, boom.